Things that go up and down. 7 up. What's the number for down? UP is 21, 3. P7, 3, 7, 21. What is up? 7 up. If 7 is up, then 7 is down. Because 7 had to be down before it went up. So if I look up 7 up and 7 down, I'm going to look at the sunshine. Because if everything is 9 to 5, then what is in between going up and down is 7. 7 up and 7 down. The sun is that 7 because it takes 5 and 4 and 6 and 3 to make 9. Can we make 7 and 2 and 9? Yes, we can. Between up and down, or side to side, between the East Coast and the West Coast, and the sun rising is here, 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 and here. The sun rises this way. This way. Why is it this way? Because here it goes 1, 2 at the high point. The high point is 2, and the next point is 3. 7 up. 7 empty spaces between 2. That's 9. 7 and 2 creates 9. 1 is in between. 1 is of the 7. 1, 7, and 2 is 9. 17, 29. Reality of the 729 takes complete place over here. In between 2 is 7. 1 is shared between the two sides and separates the two sides. There are 9 total spaces and 1 in the center. That is the scenario 1 and 9. Here's the scenario 2 and 7, and they play over here on 3, 12, 79. 12 and 79, 7 and 9 is 16, 1 and 2 is 3, 16, 1 and 6 is 7, 3 and 7 is Nibiru, the house of the rising sun. What is up? What is down? What is red? What is black? When the money is in the red, and where your numbers are in the black, what is up and what is down? The rocking chair. Reason for area space. If this was the clock, and this was the handle, and we could never have this go any further, but it does, because on the clock, it's what's in between this area space, and it opens up. And at what point does it stop opening up? It stops opening up when it reaches the next area space. You see this area space? It fits right here, just enough for the sun. When it reaches the other part of the house of the rising sun, this one is now showing up here. But if it was the bottom one, there's here. There's 2 of them right over here. They connect together, they turn together. You can never see the other side of the earth. Have you ever seen that picture where 2 earths come together like this? Or the bicycle cards and it says 808? Because that's what it is. The void area space that you do not see, this is an 8. Did you see all the 8s here? No, you do not. You don't see the 8s because of what you call the imagination. And I'm going to take these lines and I'm going to darken them for you. Okay? I'm going to put them by boxes of 4s. There's 4 here and there's 4 here. And I have to do 4 because I need to create the area center circle. Now, once I create this area circle, the actuality of these 2 are together, but separated by these 2, unless I turn it around, creating the limit space. At the same time, we have this area space, and at the same time, we have this area space I'm going to call the void right now. Why I call this the void is because what happens is another cube, just like the one we have, right? The area space. To see the cube here? Now we're going to go 1, 2 area space, and 2 down area space. It's going to make another cube here, this area and this area. 2, 4, 6, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. You see the way this 8 is done? But this 8 is not done. This connects the next shape and advances. So we got 2, 4, then we got 1 here, and we got here. Now we got 8 of 9 and 8 of 9. Now I'm going to do it again over here. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 3, 3, 1. I'm going to do another one over here. Now we should have, okay, we should have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 by 6 is 36 minus 4. The playhouse. What area did we take out? We turned all the cubes towards 1. Since it's 4, 0, 4, 0, 4, 1, 5, 9, we will take now this area space as complete. We will take this area space as complete. We will take this area space as complete. We are going to take this total area space as complete. I've done this before. They share the center. But in order to go through the center together, we have to understand that we're going to do it this way. Okay, you see this? I'm going to put another one in over here. Because this is the heart. See this line over here? This is the heart. It must come down the heart. It must come down the heart. There's a heart line. And the heart line goes here. And the heart line goes here. And the heart line goes all the way over to here. Right? Let me see. Goes over to here. And goes all the way up to here. And then it goes all the way over here. And then this heart line, we're going to take it out over here. We're going to run it down and run it up here. Here is your heart line. We can go east. We can go west on the heart line. Okay, this heart line over here. So now we're going to draw this and do this and this. 7, 7. Then we're going to draw 7. Then we're going to draw 7. 77, 77. Then we're going to put a top on side of this one to that heart line. And a heart line over here is the top. The ears in the top, we make the next connection. Here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 20, 20, 20, 20. This is a total of 80 that comes together. The total of this is 1, 2, 3, 4 corners, one across from the other one because this whole board is split. This whole board is split. The angle of A and the angle of A, the pyramids. This whole thing is split. This whole thing is split right here, right over here, and then on this side here, and this side here, and this side here, and this side here. This is a split this way. Inside over here is 1, 1, 1, and 1. Inside over here is 9. Inside over here is 9. It's 1 and 9 and 1 and 9. Why? Because I have multiplied 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 12 areas. There are 4 times 3 of what we originally had. 12 splits the center. Over here is 10 and over here is 10. It's 22, 22, 44 plus 12. 56 area total. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 11. Sorry, made 11. It's 12, 11, 11 equals to 23 on one side or 23 on the other side or 3 and 2, which will recreate 5 and 6. The reason this is the one hole is because this whole area and this whole area designated the last part. When I showed you a block of this, right, I designated this block to this corner. I designated one block to the corner over here. Now take a look what I did. 1, 2, 3 is a whole block. 1, 2, 3 is a whole block. 1, 2, 3 is a whole block. These are whole blocks. 1, 5, 9 or 9, 5, 1. So one goes here, one goes here, one goes here, one goes here. This is 1. that has all these areas over here. This one goes all the way to here, 8. This one goes all the way to here, 8. This one goes all the way to here, 8. 1 and 8 is 9, 9, 9, 9. 8, 8, 8, 8. 4 by 8 is 32. 4 by 8 is 32, but we haven't come out to here yet when we link this block and this block and this block and this block. And when we expand these blocks expand in between the empty spaces that are in between. And this is what I call the lummed section. See this section over here? I'm going to rattle out a number 4 out of it. What does this 4 do? It leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, the letter C over here. And inside the C is this letter over here. And it looks more like, because if it stays in the box, it's an F or a J or a T, whichever one you want. I'm not sure which one, but I guarantee you it's number 4. So I'm not sure how much we got out of this design between 7 up and 7 down, is that when the ears are up, the elbows are out. But when the ears are by the side, you're from the top to the bottom. This is the reality. This is the Magen David. This is the star. I get 16 in the center. I get 9 times 4 is 36 for each one of my cubes. There's 3, 6, 9 cubes. 9 cubes times 36 is 270, and 54 is 324. 18 by 18, but that's not right. 3, 1, 2, 3 is 12. 12, 12 is 36, and 36, 36, 36, 36, 108. 108, yes, I do get 324. And this is the description of the Twin Towers. I get 324, and 16 is 340, becomes 346. Energy, 6 times 4, 34, hot and cold energy. Hot and cold energy, where the hot air rises, and then we walk on water when it freezes. The energy to walk is freezing the matter. 324 is 72. 72 is 2 of these and 2 of these. So you put together these 2, and you put together these 2. This one becomes 69. This one becomes 14. This is the DNA of the dog. This one and this one together will become 365, 47 time a day. Every single one of these comes together in 16 patches. We need this element here and this element here for 8. These 8 together or these 8 together. 1 and 4. 1 and 4 in numbers. 1 and 4 in numbers, right? 1 and 4 in numbers. If it took this amount of area space to make, that's 4. I can make it from this one area space, but this area space must hold 360 degrees around. Do you want to talk about up and down? See this stick? I'm holding it. I'm holding one stick down. The center point of holding this stick is right where my hand is. My hand can't move. What does this stick hold? This stick holds the polar between, is it me and down there? But I'm not moving. All I'm doing is moving the stick. Now the stick is right above. It's at the bottom distance, it's at the middle distance, and now it's at the top distance. 2 to 1 by just a turn. That's all it is. 1/4, right? 1/4 of the turn, 1 complete turn. 1 complete turn, it's up. 1/4 turn, it's aside. 1/4. So I need 2 turns to get it down. Or I need it the diameter wise. First turn, second turn, third turn. I automatically need 4 turns to make 180 degrees. 45, 45, 45, and 45. But that's not reality, because if you're adding up to 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, okay? Now, why would I do just this? Because one world is on the left. I only have to go to the top to the bottom to meet the center of this world. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 equals 45. The half of 45 is 22.5. 22.5 times 6. I'm going to see if this adds up. 22.5. 22.5 times 4. No. 6 times 3.75. 3.75 times 6 is 18, 42, and 3. This becomes 45. This becomes 18. This is 225. 15 times 15 is 225. 234 ripple in between. 23 ripple in between. 23 ripple in between. This whole angle here. The reason
the reason, the reason, okay, what happened to this? What happened to this diamond? Alpha, omega, right? Alpha, omega, 5, 2, alpha, omega, right? Right? Alpha, omega, alpha, omega, right? Alpha, omega, the ace. Alpha, omega. What I do now is I take a diamond or a square or a brick, and what I do with the brick is I'm going to show you the long ways of the brick. How can I do this again? Let me do it again so you can see. You see this brick? Now, what I'm going to do with this brick is I'm going to cut the brick for its diameter in the center. And after I cut the brick for its diameter in the center, I'm going to try and be a little bit more precise with this so you can actually see what's going on. So once I cut the diameter of the brick in the center, I cut the diameter of the brick here. Now I must bring it back and match the two sides. We must connect the two sides, the hourglass, and all of a sudden you got the brick house inside the anvil, M and M. And then you have connected the two sides. We now connected the two sides. The Illuminati Masons show you this. This actually comes up with 1x and 2x that comes together and creates the O in between. When you create the O in between and you put two pyramids on top, again, you create the Magen David. You always create that Magen David star. It's the cube. You take the cube, and there you go. That's why we're in Cuba right now. We're in Cuba because of the cube. We have to start talking about cubes. We need cubes all over the news. Cubes, cubes, cubes. We understand diameters, dimensions, what is up, what is down. If this was the center of the clock runs to this side, the clock runs to this side. But what is the polar? We call the polar is the polar of the center of two sides. Is that what we call the polar, or do we call it the complete other end? I have to look up and see what polar is. So we looked at this, and what is 225? Well, this is 225. Here's my stick up right now, right? Here's the 180 degrees. Here's the 90 degrees. Here's the 45 degrees, and here's the 45 degrees. But in between is 22.5. 6 times 3.75, right? 313. See that 75? Well, 4 times 75 equals 300. 5 times 75 equals 375. 5 by 5 is 25. 5 by 7 is 35, and 25 is 375. G-U-N, 777. 7 equals G. 7 and 7 is 14. The letter N, 77721. The letter U, G-U-N-U. 735. 357, the moon, and electric. The gun, the moon, the electric, the shot, or the shock. The shock. 22 is to life, 52 is to earth. 3.75 times 6. And this is the way we're going to do it. 3.75 times 6. 3.75 times 6, starting in the center. 3.75, 1, 2, 3, 4. It takes 4 of them to bring it to 90 degrees. 3.75 times 4 equals 15 minutes. Now we're going to switch it to minutes, right? To bring it to 90 degrees, I need 6 times that. Everything must be in its own categories. In the categories of minutes, it takes 4 times 3.75 to get to 15. This is the pliable. If you have a shower curtain and you put a ring on 1 and a ring on 5, in between is the space known as 2, 3, 4. When you start again from left to right, from one side, you count by starting at 1. When you end in the middle, you're at 5. When you're at the other side, you're at 1. It's 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, and at both ends, it's 1 or 5, because you don't count to the end, right? It's easier to count from the side, irregardless. The other one ends up with 9, just saying I finished, right? 9 is last. So this is 3.75, and it takes 30. It takes, how many 3.75s? It takes 4 times 6. It takes 24 to make 1/4 of the clock. It takes 48 times 3.75 to reach half the clock. 4 by 8 is 32 and 12 area space for 5 and 3 electric company. When you have electric company here, you can send it all out over here. You know there's a return on the hydrometer. There's like a return, so the energy keeps on flowing. Even in gas, if you shut your gas off okay, on one of your business operations, the gas will keep on flowing. It must continue the air pocket. 48 and 48 together, 48 times 3 is 120, and 24 is 144. 48 by 0.75 equals to 36. That's right. This is 36, and the other one is 144. This is the day, and this part is for the clock. 36 is for the clock of 180 degrees, 288 is for the day, and 76 is for the clock. Sunrise, sunset. Now we've used up 1/4 by 24. We used up 1/2 by 48. It took 96 moves times 3.75 to move all the way around the clock. And while the arm is moving around the clock, this end of the arm also moves. They start the arm in here. It's one complete arm. They plug the arm here, right? I'm going to change that clock to the clock around here. First, we're going to extend the stick to see the distance. Then we're going to go from the middle and play from the middle distance. 48 times 3.75, where 22.5 is the actual value. You need 4 times 22.5. 4 times 15 times 15. 4 times 15 is 60. 15 times 15 is 225. 60 minutes, 660 seconds to make 22.5, or 1/4 turn of the 90, or 1/8 turn. 1/8 turn is right here. 1 circling 8 times 45. 9 times 5 is 45, equals to 360 degrees. 9 pieces times 6 is 54, the number to the sun. 5 and 4, where there's 5 and 4 empty spaces. 3 and 2, where there's 76 empty spaces. The spirit of 76 is inside 54, the sun. This is all about the radiation of the sun and the message that's been reverberated to us. Raphael 7286, and a good morning video. How are you? Thank you for watching. Welcome to the House of Paint, the new world.